All right, we'll move on to the Flyers, and of course, we were so wrong about this team. But look, I think it was justified to think that they were going to be at the bottom of this division. Danny Briere takes over and says it's a rebuild, and not expected to be very good. But man, who saw this coming? What a season it's been for the Flyers. They have slipped lately. They have lost 5 in a row, and maybe we see that continue and could certainly see a scenario where they don't end up as a playoff team. But right now they're in third, and they're 4 points up on the Islanders for third with 56 points. So, guys, what do we have to say about the Islanders? Because I think everyone pretty much in the hockey circles was wrong about this team coming in.
Bold take. I don't know. I don't think we were that wrong. I think that this team is still going to be bottom 3 in this division. We're going to be wrong because we had them dead last and by a long shot and weren't even thinking about it. But I don't know how this team's doing it. They're 5th last in expected goals percentage. They're 26th in goals per game, 11th in goals against per game, 30th for the power play, 2nd best penalty kill in the league. That's pretty good. Almost exactly average goaltending they've been receiving, and now their starter is gone. So I don't know how this team has been successful so far. And I don't think they're going to continue to be successful. They've lost 5 in a row, like Harper mentioned. I think it's going to just continue to slide for this team as, a Pittsburgh Penguins, who should be better than they are, continue to get better. The New Jersey Devils come back into the mix more. The Islanders might still slip, but they're better than the Philadelphia Flyers. This team doesn't have anyone scoring outrageous goals or outrageous amount. They're getting a bit of depth scoring here and there. Tippett and Konechny have been very fun to watch, but I think that they're absolute pretenders, and I don't think we were that far off on them.
Well, we said a few things in our preseason predictions. One is that we very much did say that they were a layup for 8th place, and they still could be. I don't know if Columbus, they might go on a tear because
I don't think they're coming 8th, but I could see them 3rd last in this division.
I also could too, because this division is really tight. And when you look at the lineups of these teams up and down, Philly kind of stands out as a team who, like you said, Case, they're kind of pretenders. But we did say that this could be a team who maybe scores a little more than we thought they were going to, because they had players like Sean Couturier and Cam Atkinson healthy. And we've seen this year, they don't have a single player over a point per game, but they're getting contributions in their top 6 from all of those guys. So, they are scoring some goals. We also did say that, no matter what, no matter the personnel on this team, and Harp, I believe you said this, John Tortorella is going to get the most out of this group. And he really has, honestly. Yep. And you just wonder how long that message can last, because like Case alluded to, even though they're not scoring much and they're not generating a ton of chances either, they're actually defending pretty well. I noticed they're top 10 in expected goals against. They're not giving up a ton, and their penalty kill is really good too. And as long as they have average goaltending, that might be okay. So I don't think they're going to finish in a playoff spot. I'll say that. I think they very much are pretenders. I'm with you there, Case. But we have to say we were very wrong about this team because we picked them to finish in the 8th spot.
Yeah. What I'm saying is at the end of the year, I don't think we're going to be that far off. Right now, we dropped the ball completely. For sure. But,
yes.
No, I agree.
That was to be expected. But complete lack of goal scoring, sure, they're playing good defense, but I don't expect the average goaltending to continue. Is Sam Ersson going to shoulder a starting role and then Kyle Peterson's your backup? I don't know that that's going to work out.
How long can Torts' message really stay present with these guys? I feel like you can only really crack down and get the most out of a team and squeeze for a little bit.
I think a 5 games slide like this is going to be drilling a hole in this team's head. Okay, yeah, maybe we just got lucky,
And the reason we picked them to finish 8th too, like before Philly fans come for us saying that, we're ragging on the team, calling the pretenders, they're not supposed to be good. They drafted Matvei Michkov. They drafted Cutter Gauthier, and, they traded him because he wanted to be traded. But
trade's worked out so far.
Trade's been pretty good, but it's the point is they're supposed to be a bottom third of the league team so that they can get better properly over time. So it's not like we're trashing the team. They're not supposed to be this good. In fact, we don't think they're this good.
Yeah, and again, going back to Case's point, I don't see this team being a playoff team at the end of the day. Could they certainly stay around it, stay in the hunt after the deadline? Sure, but I don't think they'll be a playoff team at the end of the day. But look, with Torts and his message and the way that he wants them to play, look, like when we get to the end of the year or close to it, I mean, these guys are going to be just worn out because, you have to scratch and claw for everything. Like you have to work so much to score goals. And, it's like we've said before about Rod Brindamore and his system with Carolina. Great coach, great team, who we're going to talk about here in a minute. But it really takes a lot of work for them to score. A lot of dump and chase, playing hard in the corners, below the goal line, and that sort of thing. But they've been a pleasant surprise. Owen Tippett in particular, guys, obviously he got that 8-year extension. 6.2 million is the AAV, and he's earned it. Like I remember when that deal went down at the deadline. When was it, last season or the one before? For Claude Giroux to Florida?
One before.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I remember us talking about it and being like, how did Florida get, how did they gain assets plus Giroux? Like, it didn't look like Philly got a lot, and Tippett certainly coming out of Florida in that trade was not a guarantee, and he's fit in very well. So that's great for Philly, and also Ersson has been terrific. But you're wondering how long he can continue to shoulder the load here between the pipes for this team, and we're already seeing a bit of a drop off here. And again, regardless of where this team is at, and we'll see where they are at the deadline. We've heard Briere say that the plan is to continue this rebuild, sell off some pieces here, like a Sean Walker, for example, who's had a good season on the blue line for them. And, we'll see about a guy like Nick Seeler as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this team down the stretch. They've certainly slipped here. We predicted this a lot earlier in the year than it's happened. And we'll see where it goes from here. But yeah, we were wrong as of right now on the Flyers, big time.
Yeah. How about Claude Giroux playing for a lottery team and it's not the Flyers? Think about that. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly.